A long time ago, I used to try to make the class comfortable by passing out index cards and having you put 5 or 6 things on the index card, and then I'd mix them all up, and then I'd pass them out, and we'd try to guess. We'd read them out and try to guess who it was. And I said, well, I'm not going to do that without putting my information up there, because I think that's hypocritical for me to ask you questions and you not know about me. And plus, I think it's great for a teacher to let their students know about it, because have you ever had a class where the teacher, you don't even know the teacher's name after you left the class? That's one of the worst classes to be in, because it's going to be very uncomfortable. So I do all I can to make the class comfortable. Now, it only takes one awkward student to make the class awkward. So if you think you're that awkward student, just keep your mouth shut and you'll be okay. I'm just kidding. Like I said, most of the time in 20 years, I don't know if I told you this, in 20 years, I've only thrown out 3 students. 2 of them were guys with issues, with overcompensation issues. And 1 was a female, believe it or not. It was like in this, not this classroom, but the next classroom, I think. It was in this building. That's how long it is. I mean, it's been like a year ago. I think she was in Miss Nix's class. I think she was. You'll have to ask her. She was a bitch. I mean, she was. No, I don't mention no names. It was awful. She just hated me. I don't know why she hated me. I didn't do anything to her. I didn't know her. But she just had an attitude. Every time she came in, she had an attitude. Dang, I think she was in there.
I'll let everybody know.
Wait till y'all see her daughter. Oh my gosh.
I know Lorna. I work with her.
They look like twins.
They really do. Like sisters.
Wow. I thought you were her sister when you said her name. I thought you were her sister. Okay, I'll shut up embarrassingly. All right, here is my cell number. Now, I don't give you my cell number because I'm trying to be your friend. I'm not giving you my cell number because I have to. I'm giving you my cell number because I want to. All right? And I'm a texter. I'm an emailer second. All right? So if you need, now, that doesn't mean call me on Thursday night and tell me that you're drunk. Okay? That don't mean that. All right? Because I'll be drunk too. According to her, I'll be drunk and passed out somewhere. But yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that would be a good thing. The reason I do that is I'm not going to call you Miss Nix, Miss Vest.
There you go.
Miss Vest. Oh, just come on in whenever.
I was in room 236.
That's all right. I had everything switched to this room. We'll get you. Make sure I get your attendance. Make sure you come up to see me after class. I have no idea. Guys lose track. It's real easy.
You have a cell phone.
Yeah. I give you my cell phone number because let's say that Miss Vest, her job, she has to do something this week. See, this attendance thing, we have to do attendance because there's always one. This chair is broken. It's about to drive me crazy. I'm leaning on one side. And the attendance thing is really screwed up because our current administration in federal government is really cracking down on the 1/2% of students that are really getting away with murder with financial aid. Okay? We're talking about 1/2 person out of 1,000 people. Okay? So to really crack down on this criminal activity, we have to take attendance. And meanwhile, people are coming through by the border with heroin, people are getting shot all over the place. But they're cracking down on these financial aid people. A little bit of sarcasm in that if you can't catch it. But anyway, I have to take roll every week. So I have to put a check beside your name every week. Now there's 2 ways. If you're not in the class, there's 2 ways I'll give you a check. One is you cross the threshold of that, come up here, write me a note, and say I is here. And then you go to daycare, doctor, go take a test, go do whatever. You don't have to ask me. You just come here, put a note, make sure I'm here. Don't leave a note. That pisses me off. Okay? At least stay and say, hey, I'm not going to be here. The second way is, depends on you on how you want to do attendance, but those are the ways that I handle attendance. And if you follow those 3 rules, then I think there won't be a problem. Okay? Question on that? I need to do that because that's why I give you my cell phone number. If I don't forgot your name, but you emailed me during my vacation.
Chase.
First, last name.
Howell.
Howell. Mr. Howell, where's your people from?
Here.
Out west of Anderson.
I
There used to be a piece of property beside one of our farms, and it used to be called the Howell Place.
That would not be us.
Okay.
That would probably be have money.
No, it was a little, it was a little piece, but it was, and the house was a real pretty house, but it burnt down, and it was and that's why, and then that's about the only Howells I've ever met, and that's why I asked you to get from there. I do things like that. I'm sorry, I get off. I'm OCD. Squirrel. Okay, I love that movie. Squirrel. Which movie is it?
It's up.
Up, yeah. You're having a conversation. Squirrel! Okay, I'll shut up. Anyway, if you need me, call me or text me. I'm there. Okay? The second way to get in contact with me is office email, which I just deleted. I don't know how I deleted it. There it is. And there it is. Other than that, I'm in AC 211. My locator card. There it is. I'm not finished with it yet, but there it is. I'll put it outside my door. I'll be sending you this also with the other handouts that I was going to send this week because class was starting next week. There's that. It looks like my office hours are going to be right in here, right in there, and I'm always here 9 to 12 unless I'm on a conference or a workshop or I just don't feel like coming in. I'm usually here 9 to 12, 9 to 1. Somewhere around there. Okay, there's that. And Oconee 211 is right when you get off the elevator. You go left in that doorway, and I'm in the corner. Story of my life. I'm in the corner. I was always in the corner in school. It was horrendous. Question on that. And I love movies. I love to watch movies. And you will hear me recite movies throughout the semester because I love movies. I almost love movies as much as college football. And that's saying something because I love college football. And I'm not, okay, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm not one of these crazy people, oh, well, you're a South Carolina fan, you stupid. I'm not one of those people. I live in South Carolina, I pull for the Gamecocks. I went to Clemson, I pull for the Tigers. I wanted to go to Georgia and be a veterinarian when I was a kid. So I love the dogs, okay? So I love all 3 of them. And when South Carolina plays Clemson, I usually pull for Clemson a little bit because I went there. When Georgia plays either one of them, I pull for Georgia. My truck, have you seen my redneck Cadillac out there? It's Georgia red with black rims and a Georgia tag on the front of it. And there's a long story behind that childhood thing, okay? So if you ever want to know it, I'll tell you, but I'm not going to tell you. But I love Georgia. And if you've ever been down to Georgia, guys, it's pretty much the closest thing to heaven that you'll ever go to, okay? If you ever go down there, you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's a real nice campus, got nice shrubbery and all that good stuff. It's real pretty. Anyway, that's my teams. And that's it. So I'm sorry if you're one of those people that I saw Tennessee. I like Tennessee too. I love the SEC because I think it's the biggest, toughest conference there is. And I'm sorry, the All Children's Conference, it ain't there yet. Now the Miami coach might do something about that, which is what's his name from Georgia? Fricks. What's his name? Okay, no football fans in here. One football fan. Mark Ricks. Yeah, that's it. I think he'll do something down there because Georgia did him wrong. I think he'll do something. I hope he does because Miami, Florida State, and Clemson might bring in some more competition. And when they bring in more competition, they'll be like the SEC, be a little bit bigger. But I hope Tennessee does good. I like Tennessee. I like all of them, really. Huh? I like Florida. Okay, I like Florida State because Burt Reynolds went there. Florida, did y'all know Burt Reynolds went there? Who's Burt Reynolds? Okay, forget it. Huh? Played the Bandit, Smokey and the Bandit. I'm showing my age. People don't know Burt Reynolds. Is he dead?
No.
I saw something on the internet that said he was dead. Said he died of HIV or something. What you read on the internet's not always true.
It's always true.
I know.
Always.
All right, class courtesies. My number one class courtesy is I treat students the way they want to be treated. I treat students the way that I want to be treated. And I expect the same. Now, I have to do this because some people don't know how to act. But just think of this. If you was to come up to my desk and you had a three-page problem or a two-page problem, you had a lot to go over, and I started texting or talking to somebody while you were talking to me, what would you consider that to be? Say it again. Rude. I can't do it like Bonquay Quay. Rude. Okay? Oh, I love her. Yes, she is. I will cut you. Anyway, I treat students the way they want to be treated, so that means cell phones too. I got a cell phone. Got a 9-year-old, and I got a 77-year-old mother. And I give her my locator card, and she doesn't look at it. So if she needs to call me, or if her Jeep breaks down with her dogs in the back of it, then I got to go out there and fix it. So anyway, I get a phone call, I'll go out there and answer it. I'll say, excuse me for a minute, I have to get this. I ask you to do the same thing. If I get a text from McLeese, McLeese. Let me tell you the story behind that school. My kinfolk, Henry McLeese, he called himself Henry McLeese. He was the principal of the old McLeese School, which was down Mountain View Road about a mile from there, half a mile from there. And we used to have 4-H meetings in that old school. And he called himself Henry McLeese. McLeese. The McLeeses that live there now, they call themselves McLeese. But the transplants came into the McLeese community and decided that McLeese was not correct. So now it's McLeese. So you go to McLeese. So you can tell who's transplants out there because the people that are grown up around there, grown up, whatever, they call it McLeese. And the people that aren't from that area, they call it McLeese. So I want to just send them all out. But anyway, these 3 lines is basic what? Courtesy. I don't have trouble with this. Honestly, I don't. If I do, this is driving me crazy. If I do have trouble, I will say, okay, I thought I told y'all that, texting is to be done in the hallway. And that's when everybody turns around and tries to figure out who it is I'm talking about. But I don't do it when people are doing it. I do it about 2 or 3 minutes after they do it, so that way people aren't looking at anybody. I don't want to embarrass you. Second time, I will embarrass you and ask you if there's a problem. Can you not communicate? You on medication or what? And the third time, I'll just ask you to leave. And if you don't leave, I'll ask security to escort you out until we can discuss how you can be more courteous. Okay? Because I don't think you would like it if I was supposed to be listening to you and I was continually texting while you were trying to talk to me. That wouldn't go over very well. I know. Okay? Because it is kind of disrespectful. So, do I have a problem with your phone going off? No. Do I have a problem with you walking outside the door talking on your phone? No. Do I have a problem with you walking outside texting on your phone? No. Do I have a problem with you sitting in your chair texting? Yes. Especially when I'm talking. Now, when I'm going on with a bunch of foolishness and talking about what's on TV and a movie I saw or whatever the case may be, that's open. But when the flag goes down when I'm either on that board or I start talking about math. That's when the flag goes down. That's when the courtesy goes into effect. Okay? Attendance, I've already talked about this, and y'all know how y'all can be counted. I don't want to go over that again because recording. Okay? Yeah, I don't want to perjure myself. And I generalize when I speak. Like I said, I've only thrown out 3 people and those 3 problems were, in my opinion, weren't my problem. That were their problems. I don't sit at home and say, well, you know what, Miss Vess really gets on my nerves. I really don't like her, so I'm going to try to embarrass her and make her leave the classroom. I don't sit at home and do that. People, I have a farm to take care of. When I leave here, I've got other things to worry about than trying to make you leave my classroom. I do not sit at home and figure out how I can offend you. And if I offend you, I don't care. Because you need to grow up, okay? It's real life. Not everybody gets a trophy, okay? I'm so sick of this pansy attitude that America has right now. I love America, I fought for America, and I will fight for America. But we're not the United States of pansies. And I'm tired of these people, what is it called, the political correct police? These people, they need a job. They need a family and a job. Sausage party. Have you heard the latest on Sausage Party? There are these groups that are protesting Sausage Party because they believe the potatoes are racist.
What?
Have you seen it?
Okay. No, I haven't.
There's a lot of stuff to be protested against.
Yes, but it is a cartoon. It is vegetables. It is food.
But what about it
It's
makes, are
hilarious.
people saying like it's racist?
I don't know.
It has a lot of like socially relevant racial issues in it. It plays in that. And a lot of
But my opinion is, I go see a movie like that, I'm like, ha ha ha.
But what exactly? Like, what were you expecting from R-rated animated comedy?
Yeah.
From those guys? I mean,
You go to okay, Chris Rock. You go to a comedian like Chris Rock, is he going to be politically correct? Was Eddie Murphy politically correct? I don't understand where these people.
People should start protesting against the Indian crap.
Thank you very much. I don't understand these people. You know, get a life. This is no joke. I actually said this one time because I am the black sheep of my family. Black, black, black. I'm the black sheep. Okay, the opposite of white is black. It's binary. 0, 1, true, false, black, white. It's the opposite color. Okay? I said that I was the black sheep of my family one time, and I am, because my sister got all the good grades and stuff, and I didn't. And she did everything. She's a good person. She did everything right. I did everything wrong. But the whole point is, I said I was the black sheep, and oh my God, I got this person that came up to me and said, I like your class, but I was offended that you used the word black in a negative way. I said, well, what do you call a sheep that is not white? And she couldn't say, I'm not going to call it off color because that's stupid. And then there was these people that protested that physicists should not use the word black hole because it gives a negative connotation to the word black. Yeah.
There are people freaking starving and dying, and
We got veterans in the streets that need help. Let's take care of them. Let's quit worrying about this. Okay, shut up, Hubert. All right. Okay, if you ever want to know how I feel, all you got to do is go to my go to my Facebook page. All you got to do is take 1 second, and buddy, you know who I'm for. I'm tired of it. I'm sorry. I'm tired of it. United States of pansies. Everybody gets a trophy. Next. Y'all go ahead and drop if you want to. That's fine. I don't care. Here are things you will be graded on. Now read over that for a second before you start having a fit. I think Monday and Wednesdays are going to have to be Mexican Day. I cannot believe I'm sitting in here 8 to 2. And they gotta fix this. Well, it'll go faster when I start teaching. All right. Homework is online on My Labs Plus. Make sure that you get into My Labs Plus. I gotta stand up, I'm sorry. This thing is killing me. When you sit on it, it goes, so you lean the whole time. My Labs Plus is very important. Some of you asked about books. Some of you sent me an email about books. I don't care. You can bring an old book, you can share a book, steal a book, buy a new book, buy a used book. I don't care. Why? Because everybody gets the book when you get the access code. It's online. You can print it out. I'll show you how to do that tomorrow. Tomorrow, I don't need to come here tomorrow. Shut up. Monday is when you come back, okay? That's tomorrow. If I say tomorrow on Monday, that means Wednesday. All right? I love these people. Well, we don't come to class on Thursday. Tomorrow means Monday. Okay? When you come to class tomorrow, meaning Monday, you need to decide whether you want a book, whether you want to print out your book, whether you want to use an old book or whatever. The access code is in the bookstore, or you can get it online. There is a 14-day trial period that everybody in here can take advantage of and get online. The reason I want you to get online before Monday is because some of y'all will take 3 to 4 weeks to get online. I don't understand how y'all can do that, but you will. And by then, your 14-day access code will have gone away and they will deactivate you. Then when you try to log on with your access code, it won't take it. And then you'll have to get online with them. You'll have to call and stay on hold, and it'll be a total cluster. All right? So let's do it the right way. This weekend, between now and Monday, I want to get everybody logged on. Go to Blackboard. I don't use Blackboard. I don't use it. But you have to go through Blackboard because Tri-County wants to force everybody to use Blackboard when it's up, and that's hardly ever. But when it is up, I need you to go to Blackboard. On the left-hand side, somebody tell me if that's right. On the left-hand side, I think it says My Labs Plus link. Click on that. You may have to click on it again in another window. If you're using Firefox, which they suggest that you use, hint, Firefox, then there's going to be a little shield, a little triangle type shield like they used to fight with. There's going to be a little shield. You need to click on that. You know how they do pop-ups? You know, the pop-up shield, kind of like that. You have to hit that. And always have 3 engines on your computer. Firefox, Mozilla Firefox, IE, which is Internet Explorer, and Google Chrome. Now the reason I say do that is because sometimes you're going to click on homework and it's not going to show up. And then you're going to call me and say, it's not showing up, the world's ending. Just switch to another search engine and that'll usually take care of it, unless there's something wrong with the website. So you need to write that down if you don't have a good memory. You need to get Firefox, Internet Explorer, and Google Chrome and switch if you ever run into any problems, okay? More than likely after you switch, when you go back to Mozilla Firefox, it'll work fine. Don't ask me why, but that's the way it happens. You can get your access code in the bookstore, which they conveniently run out of, or you get it online. When you go to the 14-day, when you log in, go through Mozilla Firefox, hit the link, then hit the security shield and do what it says do. You'll go into My Labs Plus, and it'll be a banner that comes up and says, you're on a 14-day trial period. Would you like to buy an access code now? Or type in your access code. If you have your access code that comes with your book, or if you bought it at the bookstore, then you can type that access code in and everything's good. You don't have to worry about it anymore. If you don't have the money to get the access code, or you're waiting on financial aid or whatever, then you can go ahead and log in, get registered, and then when you get your access code in the next 14 days, get it in there, because if you don't, after the 14 days, you'll be locked out, and then you have to go through My Labs Plus to get it unlocked, and that causes another 2 or 3 day problem. Okay? Anybody, I'll go over My Labs Plus Monday, but any questions on that in the book? Because I know several of y'all had questions on the book. Yes, sir. I pull it up on the board.
So,
You can print it out by section. I'll show you how to do that Monday.
would it be okay to bring the laptop and
Yes. The only thing about laptops is, please try to, I know it's hard to do sometimes, to not go to Facebook, because I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I'll be in a conference. I'll be on Facebook the whole time. Okay? So I have to close it. But try not to be doing other stuff, okay? Because not only it distracts you, it's going to distract the people behind you. So that's the only thing I ask. I like for people to have tablets that they can lay down where I can see what they're doing. But I think you'll be okay. It's no offense, it's the teeny boppers that don't follow the rules exactly, and they're the ones that cause problems for everybody. No offense to those that are in high school or just graduated. That's just a fact. I gotta sit back on this chair again. All our tests are online. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, now, all my in-class online tests are 2 or 3 chances. I give you 2 or 3 chances. Why is that? Because some students can break an amble with a banana. Okay? Some students, as soon as they get on online tests, their computer will blow up. Their house will blow up. The dog will pee on the keyboard, or the cat will chew the cord up, or something will happen. And then I get these people that try to take a test. They got 5 kids running around. Their husband or their wife is screaming to the top of their lungs. There's a storm outside with lightning bolts coming down, and they're trying to take a test. People, if you're at home taking a test, it's Merlot time, okay? You need to, when everybody's asleep, that's when you take it. Or you barricade yourself into a room with a half bottle of wine or a bottle of wine, whichever, and you take the test, and you lock the door. Or if you see lightning bolts outside, you don't take the test. But I give you 3 chances. Now, what does it say right here? Because y'all gonna ask this question 5 or 6 times. What does it say? My Labs Plus will do what? It'll take the highest grade. Now let me give you an example of a question that I got asked. If I take the first test and I make a 98 on it, do I need to take the other 2 tests? Yeah, go ahead. Try to get that 99. What does it say? It says Course Compass will take, if you don't take the other 2 tests, what are you going to get on? Huh? No, if you don't take the other 2 tests, what are they going to get? Zeros, if you don't take them. So what's the highest grade with a 98, a 0, and a 0? 98. Y'all think I'm kidding. Y'all think I'm kidding. Wait till you see the problem. Wait till you see the student that asked me what the grade book is for at the end of the semester. That's a test question. Oh, and I do put these test questions on. We've covered a couple of them. 60, 20, 20. That's a test question right there. What is your homework worth? What is your exam worth? And what is your unit test worth? 60, 20, 20. That question has the answers 60, 20, 20, 30, 30, 30, quack, and water. People pick 30, 30, 30. Why is 30, 30, 30 wrong? It don't equal to 100. Y'all think I'm kidding. And these people want to be engineers. They want to build bridges and be brain surgeons. These are the people that can't make 6-cent change at the cash register. And if you're one of those people, you don't need to be running a cash register if you can't make change with 6 cents and somebody give you 56 cents. You can't make change. there's a problem. You don't need to be running the cash register. You need to be stocking OIL in the back somewhere. There ain't no way you'd be running my cash register if I was a business person. Okay. I'll give you 7 to 10 days to take the test. Why did I give you 7 to 10 days? Because of your 5-day funerals, your 5 flat tires, your 5 dead grandmothers. What else do y'all come up with on test day? Car broke down. Yeah, not feeling good. And you only not feel good on test day. You see what I'm doing to you? I'm taking away your what?
Excuses.
No, we ain't done yet. We got some more I'm going to take away. You can review and print out your test after. I'll show you how to do that Monday. And that's it on that page. Here's the syllabus. I sent you the syllabus. Okay, this is the 120 syllabus. So I need to go ahead and get your syllabus out if you got it. I'll have to pull it up again. And I'll just do syllabi. Did anybody notice any sarcasm in the syllabi email? Nobody seen any sarcasm? Oh, I explained it, so there wouldn't, okay. The reason I don't want you to print all of the syllabi, I have to tell you this, is because one student, every semester, one student in the past has printed out all 6 syllabi and brought them to class. So, 103 is right here. Now, nobody's had me before in here, but if anybody will tell you, I'm pretty laid back. I'm anti-hammy. So if you're a hammy person, you need to take a pill or a shot of liquor before you come to class, because I'm laid back and I don't like putting up with people. When's the test due? When's the test due? When's the homework due? When are you going to turn it on? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? What's my grade? What's my grade? You need to stay home. Okay? The things that you need to worry about are right here. And TI-83, TI-84, you need that. We're going to use it when we need to. Taking the square root of 25, you do not need a calculator. Adding 25 plus 6, you do not need a calculator. But there are some probability and statistics formulas that take more time to do by hand than you need to do with the calculator. So you need to get a TI-83, TI-84. You can go on to Wabbit, EMU. It's with a W, Wabbit, W-A-B-B-I-T, EMU. And Android users can download TI-83 on your phone, and 84 or pick a poison on your phone. Okay? I have to check because I don't know my schedule yet. So this class ends at 12:35, so I need to hurry up and finish up. You don't have to worry about these objectives. Objectives is a 25-cent word for bureaucratic job somewhere for somebody. So I don't go over that. There's your 60-20-20 again. That's in 2 documents. So it's a test question, 60-20-20. There's 2 questions that come from my information. One is, how do you get in touch with me? There's a question on the test about that, and there's a question on the test about my history. So you have to read that you have to read that handout. Why do I do it? Because I'm full of myself. That's what one student put on my evaluations, because I put test questions about myself. The directive came down about a year ago, and I tell every class this before I do the information. I tell them that this directive said that SACS wanted us to incorporate material from the handouts and syllabi into assessment. Assessment is a 25 bureaucratic word for test. So that's what I do. I pull out questions and I make them very easy so you can say that you know them, okay? And 2 of them come from my information, and the rest of them come from the syllabi, the handouts, and the academic calendar, and things that you need to know about on campus. You ever had College 103 before? Or any kind of orientation to college? Well, they make you do things around campus so that you'll what? You'll know where the things are when you need them. Well, that's why I do this, so you will refer to the academic calendar when you need it. You will refer to the syllabus when you need it, and that's why I do it. I don't do it because I'm full of myself. I make that announcement every single semester. People don't listen. This is the most important page right here. Get your calendars out. We're going to kind of incorporate two things. If you got a phone with a calendar, get it out, because we're going to talk about this. 4 units. How many weeks are we in here? 14, Hubert. That's right, class. So 14 divided by 4 is 2.5. So every 2.5 weeks, we're going to be having a test. So you need to count 2.5 weeks from today, 2.5 weeks from then, 2.5 weeks from then, and then 2.5 weeks will end up with the last day of class. Now, is that something that you should do in all your classes? Yes. If you have 5 units, and that'd be 5 units divided into 14, and it comes out to be two in a day, 2 weeks in a day. Then every 2 weeks, you need to put tests. That's something that's just common sense. All right? Now, what else should you learn? Oh, I need you to make this note. Unit 4 is Unit 1. Unit 3 is Unit 2. Unit 2 is Unit 3. And Unit 1 is Unit 4. Now, the reason I do that is because my 120 class is doing Unit 1 and Unit 2. And it's less work for them if they're taking the 103 and 103 taking the 120. It's good so they don't have to study as much. It's good for me. I don't have to plan as much. I don't have to do as much because, it just works out. If I'm going to be teaching the same units, I should teach them at the same time. That's not being lazy. It's being what? Smart. Aren't you supposed to work with your head instead of your back? I think so. I'm not lazy. I just think it's senseless to do 2 different things at 2 different times. And if you got students taking the 2 classes together, it's senseless for them to have to run around the world. Okay, so make that note. Now, you've got this, so you need to make that note, because we're going to start right here in chapter 7 first. Now, while you got your calendars out, go to your handy-dandy, I don't know where it is, academic calendar. And this is on the TCTC website, in the middle of the page, under messages center, whatever. And we are section A. So anything with a section A, you need to write the dates down. Today's the 17th. It's first day of class. When's the last day to add classes? Friday, so you need to write that down. You cannot add a class after 2 o'clock Friday. And don't even try, because unless you have some medical or a wreck or somebody shot you, chances are you're not going to be able to get into class after 2 o'clock Friday. Okay? Last day to drop, we go down. Okay, incomplete, that's for last semester. You don't have to write that down. Going down, nothing there. Go up. Fall break, write that down, October 17th. Write October 18th down. Put pre-advising. This is when current students have 4 weeks, 1 month, 4 weeks to go by their advisor's office and do what? Get unlocked for registration for the spring semester. 80% will do that. 20% will not. And they'll come up here during the break. And where are the teachers during the break? Off. And then they're going to get mad at us for not being here because they didn't do what they were supposed to do. Hey, last day to withdraw from classes, October 18th. You need to write that down. Very important. Highlight it. That's the last day that you can withdraw with a W. Very important for some of y'all that are in a class that sucks. Okay?
Why is the school not closed for Labor Day?
The calendar committee calls that, and the reason they do that is for other purposes like having more days for Thanksgiving or having more days for fall break or whatever the case may be. I don't know because I'm not on the calendar committee, but that's what I've been told in the past. Memorial Day and Veterans Day, I can't teach if I don't have a class. So I don't know about Memorial Day. I guess I can't teach if I don't have a class then either. But there's always one that'll show up. We have a class today. So usually when a teacher answers a question like that with, I can't teach if I don't have, then that teacher is probably, where's Memorial Day anyway? Or what is it?
Labor Day is September 6th.
I don't see it on here.
No, it's not on there.
It's on the 5th, okay.
September 5th.
I have no idea why it's not on there. I guess they're not,
We're not celebrating it this year.
I guess not. What day is that on?
Monday.
Monday?
Monday, September 5th.
Yeah. Yeah, if y'all don't show up, I can't teach. I'm not gonna teach to any class, I'm going home. And if I feel like that no students are gonna show up, then I probably won't show up either. Yeah, there you go. All right, the only other thing, 2 test questions right here. Last day of class, when's the last day of class? November 29th. You need to write that in your calendar and you need to put that as a test question. Exams for Section A is the 30th through the 6th. My birthday is on the 6th. Everybody has to bring me a present or you'll fail the class. And then you'll live in a ditch for the rest of your life. Okay? So there's 2 test questions. I gave you 2 test questions off mine. There's a weights of your grade. That's a test question. I'll tell you another test question is that has to do with dropping the lowest grades on each unit test. That's a test question. And there'll be some more test questions coming from Monday's class. Question on that?
You said there were some days you needed to tell us about on the calendar.
November 17th to the 20th, I may be gone. It's not going to affect you because that's on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I think, or Thursday, but it will affect Wednesday because I'll probably leave early. Okay, so y'all might not have class on the 16th. But I'll have to give y'all some kind of video that y'all have to watch, and I got to give you a quiz on it, so the powers up to be will not fuss at me for not having class. Technically, we're not supposed to cancel class. So anyway, and there'll be one person that comes and says, "You canceled class. Did you know that?" And then I'll get in trouble, so I have to approve it and get a video up and let y'all take that. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, questions. Anybody got questions about classroom logistics? Okay, this is what your homework is. Your homework for this class, 1. What do you think the first thing you need to do? Get on to mylabsplus.com, get your search engine squared away, get registered before Monday. 2, figure out if you need access code, how to get it. If you need a book, how to get it. If you're going to share a book or use an old book, get it before Monday. If you decide to use the ebook, I'll show you how to print it out Monday when we go over MyLabs Plus. And anything else you need in here, notebook, pencils, and a calculator. The TI-30 will suffice because it does have some probability and statistics applications on it, but you really need to get the TI-83 at least, because that way you can graph and you can do other things that we're going to be doing at the end of somewhere around in the middle of Unit 1 and Unit 2. We're going to be doing some things with chart plots or scatter plots. Okay? All right, who's got questions for me right now on classroom logistics or anything having to do with class? Okay, I've already taken the roll, so y'all have a nice day, and I'm glad y'all got to